Yes, 1-0 up in the series, just the result you wanted. What do you make of it? Tell us.
Obviously delighted to get the result. To get the first one under the belt, it takes us to the last game, that's for sure. It's a big occasion. It's a big occasion for all these lads, you know. And I thought we did the shirt proud. I thought how we attacked the game, certainly in the first half, was very pleasing. To come here, obviously spiritual home for the Wallabies. It's very pleasing to come away with a victory.
Yes, a victory to kick things off. Can you just tell us a bit more about what you made of that performance?
Well, I thought we started the game very well. I thought our game control was excellent throughout. I thought the back row were immense. To a man, I suppose it was a talking point all week, and I'm so glad for them because they stood up. Our physicality was really spot on in the first half, and obviously in the second half though we lacked a little bit of discipline within our own game, not just penalty-wise, but loose carries, offloads, etc. That slowed the game down for us. So plenty to work on for us, which is a good place going into game 2.
You mentioned the back row, but when we spoke to you around selection, you said actually Tadhg Beirne, Tom Curry, these are big game players, guys that you know have been there and done it before and showing their class tonight.
I mean, you look back at the start of the game, Tom Curry has a huge collision defensively, and Tadhg Beirne gets the turnover, and that kept on happening all night. And Jack Conan was immensely strong with ball in hand as well, so very pleasing for those three. And you know, the good thing is that we roll on to Tuesday night, and the rest of the guys get to put the hand up as well.
You'll be heading inside to the changing room now. Just give us a sense of what you're going to be saying to the team.
Well, congratulations. It's a big occasion for us, you know, coming here. As we know, that's what it should be. So we dealt with it very well, especially in the first half. But we was here in 2013, and Gats will know this more than anyone. You're playing against a wounded animal. Second up, MCG sold out. Doesn't get any better, does it? So we'll know what's coming our way, but we'll expect ourselves to be better again.
Thank you, Andy. Cheers.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Dan, we spoke before the game. Your first line's test cap, your mum and dad give the jersey out, and now you've won the first test. Your week keeps getting better.
Yeah, it's brilliant. You know, that's probably something that reminds me of sort of that World Cup a couple of years ago with the atmosphere there before the kick-off. The place was bouncing. A great sort of 50-50, I'd say, in the crowd, which was brilliant. Proper test rugby feel about it, and you know, I think we'll be happy with that. There's a lot of stuff we can work on, but the most important thing is it's 1-0 to us, and we'll get into next week and prep well for next week.
And before we get into the game, were you the sort of kid that had a Lions jersey when you were 7 years old, 8 years old? This was the ultimate dream, or were you just more of a donkey from Shrek? You just kept turning up, and who knew? And now you're picked.
No, not at all. We obviously grew up in a big rugby family, kind of. Went to minis always in rugby jerseys going to school, and this is obviously something I didn't think I was ever capable of, and you know, I think it's a bit surreal when you're sort of thinking about it that we actually got here, and I'm going to try to reflect on it once I'm done, because we have a big job to do, but it is surreal, and it's brilliant what it does to the fans that have travelled over, my family back home, my family who are here. You know, you can feel the real buzz around the place, and it's just excellent.
And can you tell the people at home, we sort of see these warm-up games and then a test match. Is it 2, 3, 4? How many levels above is it in terms of physicality and the test it puts on you?
I think you could feel it from the first minute there. You know, Australia tried to play out, and there's some big collisions going straight away, and we get a penalty, and that changes momentum straight away. So it is definitely a level up. You know, there's a lot on the line. Two proud teams. Two proud nations, but there's 5 proud nations there. And I think we did a good job today of just sort of controlling the front end of collisions, and probably needed to play a bit more territory based, but you know, I think we're real happy with that.
And not to get you to repeat, what were you most pleased about in terms of the performance?
I think we pitched up perfectly well, like with physicality in that first opening 10 minutes. I thought we started really well. Our discipline probably leaked in a little bit, but I think we kept our physicality throughout that game, and you know, our set piece held at times, but the scrum, we wanted to get more out of that. It was pretty frustrating that we couldn't get a good contest there, so that's definitely something we'll look at next week.
Yeah, look, you know your onions, you're a heck of a rugby player. What was the most frustrating element? of today? I mean, you just won a Test match, but you want to win it. You want to go 2-0 up next week. What do you need to work on?
Yeah, I think like our scrum gave us some good access in those early warm-up games, and I don't think it gave us much today, which was frustrating. And that's obviously something we tried to focus on before the game, so that didn't come through. And that's something we'll definitely have to go and look at. And then probably around the pitch, just playing a bit more territory-based. I think we ran up in our own half a little bit too much and given too many penalties away. But I think that's a brilliant start. I think lads are happy with that, and we'll celebrate tonight and rip into tomorrow next week.
Brilliant. Go and join the team, mates. Thanks so much for joining us, man. See you in Melbourne.
Thank you.
Cheers, man.
Proper Test match. Particularly the last quarter there, we were. It was a real battle, and I said over there, Australia probably take a bit of confidence with how they finished the game there, and it's something we're going to have to look at in terms of leaking penalties. But as a performance overall, we stepped up today, we put in a good performance, we got the job done, I suppose, and roll on next week.
Yeah, heading to Melbourne, one up in the series. What do you think the work-ons are then as you head into that second test?
I think our discipline. We're right on the edge there, we're close to yellow card. So that's going to be a big focus for us. But overall, I think we were good. We controlled the game well. We particularly in the first half, we managed the game well. So we probably lost our way towards the last quarter, and that's probably where we're going to have to focus on.
Hearing from Andy Farrell in the week, he spoke about you and what a big game player you are. Can you just tell us how much you enjoyed yourself out there tonight? A huge number of red shirts out there too.
Yeah, no, I loved it, and I suppose my performances leading up to this weren't some of my best, and I didn't know if I'd be in for this game. So, getting the nod by Faz for this game was, was a huge honour, and I knew I had to step up for it. So hopefully I did it justice, and hopefully I'll be here again next week.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a tough old game. It was, no game of rugby is perfect. That definitely wasn't perfect from us. So it probably puts us in a good position because, we can have some honest conversations off the back of that game, and there's lots for us to build on. We're definitely not complacent or comfortable.
I know it's so hard to sum up so close after the final whistle, but when you say honest conversations, can you just give us a sense as captain as to what your message will be to the team?
I think we put pressure on ourselves, particularly exiting our half, some of our decision making. But again, rugby's not perfect. We'll build, we'll get better, we move on.
And just finally, lots of talk in commentary about big game players. You've had 100 of those big games now. How proud are you of reaching that big number?
No, I'm very humbled. To God be the glory. I'm very grateful to represent England and the British and Irish Lions. It's a huge honour and privilege, and hopefully I can rack up a couple more tests.